That's right. Come on. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing. What's real, homeboy? Can't tell me nothing.
It happened very unconsciously. Before I knew, I was already into music before I knew what was happening. So it all happened very naturally. Because I got influence from my older brother, who really came through the house with a lot of hip hop, high life back in Ghana, you know. So I actually grew up into the music. So that's when I actually realized that this is what I really need to do, and this is what really that I feel like doing anytime I do something else. It doesn't really feel natural. So music was always 24/7 on my mind, actually.
I always like hip hop, you know, ever since I was a little boy, you know, back home in Nigeria, you know. I listened to Eminem a lot, and I got my influence from him. I remember back in the days, I sit back, listen to his lyrics, and try to rewrite everything and just learn it, and just, you know, trying to learn that stuff. So he really influenced me as a
child. And more to the part of they talking sense, you know, like all about the clothing and the ass and whatever. So we start writing our own lyrics and making our own beat, and have a small studio and start working on it. So yeah, that part of a group that I had in the beginning, and the music that I listened to in the beginning, you know, influenced me a lot to stick with hip hop and keep doing it. And mostly my brother Rapson also influenced me a lot, you know, like keep me on the road. Anytime, like, yo, I made this beat, you wanna test it, you know, or you wanna spit something on it, and it was nice, you know.
Before we came together as a group, you know, before that we were all doing like our solo thing and everything. I was already on my solo biz. I started with two other artists, female and male artists. It didn't really work out then, so I went back to my solo biz until I got introduced to my man Drew Goldie back in the day from Def Quest Entertainment, and then I got introduced to Young Soul, and through that same process I got introduced to Money. So it was like, yo, we all interested in music, feeling to do the same thing. So why don't we, you know, put two and two together, you know, form a group, which is like the most incredible thing that we ever did. Because actually after the short time that we've been together, after the short projects that we've been able to put together, anytime we went to the studio, it was like really organic. Everything was like really natural. So it was the best type of decision that we ever made. Yeah, when we step back into memory lane, man, I can't really put my hand on any bad performances, but you know, I think we had a couple or something.
Yeah. I mean,
it wasn't. We had a couple, but it wasn't our fault though. It was the organization.
Yeah.
Messed up organization, or like it's like we've been at the wrong place at the
wrong time and stuff. Yeah.
I'm talking about good shows, yeah. Man. The release party.
Yeah, the release party.
The launching of the
Gold Coast mixtape.
I mean mixtape. Sorry. And that shit was dope. That shit was dope.
That was on point, though. That was on point. We had a couple of artists came through to support, you know, like Pretty Guns, Napster, Cujo, Lena's, Beast, Fallon, TYM, and the other guy that you put on the bill, that dark guy, OPD and stuff. It was a massive show. It was really encouraging. So
Eve was
versus back in the day, yeah. That was dope.
Was tight. And the show in Lead.
Yeah, in Lead, yeah. We had had an opening show, like, you know, it was also a small, you know, open festival hip hop thing, and we rocked it. Shout out to Lena's on that one though. It was dope for real.
Looking forward for another one though.
Yeah. So, you know, since we've been together, we're working on a lot of projects. Some gets out there, some doesn't get finished and all that. But, you know, our first ever project I got realized is the Gold Coast mixtape that we released not too long ago. That was in March, I think. Yeah. So it was a mixtape consisting of 18 tracks, if possible. Yeah. So that you get it right there. You know, that Gold Coast mixtape. The reaction has been incredible, you know, and it really didn't take long for us to get it together, you know, because I was busy producing the beats. So I give it to them, and then they put the verses on it, and you know, you got magic right there. And sometimes it happens instantly in the studio. You don't really need to come up with topics. Most of the time, it's more like freestyles that turn into stories. So it became really progressive, and we thought like, yo, you gotta put this project out, and that was a biological thing that happened.
And, idea has been a long time.
It's been a long time coming, yeah. It's been a long time coming.
Put it out there. Oh. Well, that question, man, is pretty easy because we like family over here, you know?
Yes, sir.
It's Gold Coast thing, man, so it's family thing. And we got each other's back 24/7, not just for the music, like just put out the music, we still got each other's back, you know?
Yes,
and that's how it goes down, and, you know, and it's just like that, man. I can't even explain it, but there's this bond, you know, when you're in the studio working with your family, with your homies. It feels like, man, these guys are my brothers, man. That's how I feel like. It's not like I just come to the studio, record, I go home and shit and talk trash about my niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nah, it's not like that. You know, we in the studio, we laugh, we have fun. You know, we do what we gotta do.
From my understanding, it's kind of funny though. I mean, if you look at the music industry in Belgium, it's always about dance song or the old school kind of. It's not a big deal for me, but I think they stick to it, and you have the old generation leading the music industry for long, and you don't have any young ages doing that, so they kind of stay back on the old things they were doing before. But if you have new generation leading the music industry, then you have different stuff. You have like hip hop, R&B, and you know all this new music type of thing going on. So I don't think there's something wrong. The only thing wrong is they should just change the head of the tables and put different people in there. Because hip hop is not violent music. It's just me trying to express the way I feel in true music.
So you know what it is? You know, it's Gold Coast ANC. Shout-outs naar iedereen in België. Shout-outs naar God, je weet zelf. Shout-out naar Beast. Shout-outs naar Pretty Guns, Linus, Cool Joe. You know? Shout-outs to Kuali, my baby girl doing the big. Shout-outs to Napster. Shout-outs to Falong, Kevin Vibe Squad. You know.
Midnight shit. Where the drinks at? Come on, give me something. Give me one more bitch, man. You slap that shit. Midnight party. Ain't nothing but that shit. Rap